Welcome to BookSnap. Today, we'll be discussing the book Verity by Colleen Hoover. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest summaries added. The book, Verity, by Colleen Hoover is a complex and intense story centered around Loan Ashley, a struggling writer who accepts a job offer to complete the unfinished novels of Verity Crawford, a famous author who is in a coma following an accident. Accepting the assignment, Loan arrives at Verity's family home, where she meets her husband Jeremy and their son Crew. During her stay at Verity's house, Loan discovers an unpublished manuscript, a sort of autobiography that reveals shocking details about Verity's personal life. This manuscript portrays Verity as a cold and calculating woman, responsible for the death of one of her daughters and involved in an obsessive sexual relationship with her husband Jeremy. Loan finds herself drawn to Jeremy and grapples with her feelings, as she is confused about the truthfulness of the manuscript. The story takes a dramatic turn when Loan, after reading the final part of the manuscript, discovers Verity in a position suggesting she may not be in a coma. Loan, the protagonist, upon discovering that Verity is not in a coma and has been faking her condition, faces a crisis. In a moment of panic, Loan rushes into Verity's room armed with a knife, convinced that Verity is pretending to be in a coma. Loan tries to expose the truth to Jeremy, Verity's husband, but is met with his disbelief and anger. In a tense and dramatic moment, Jeremy finds Loan attempting to drag Verity out of bed. After a heated and desperate confrontation, Jeremy realizes that Verity has indeed been faking her condition all along. In a state of anger and betrayal, Jeremy confronts Verity, who finally admits to being conscious. This revelation pushes Jeremy to an emotional breaking point. Overwhelmed by anger and grief for Verity's actions, Jeremy begins to suffocate her. Loan intervenes, trying to stop him, but it becomes clear that they are both now involved in a terrible act. Loan suggests to Jeremy that they make Verity's death appear to be an accident. Loan and Jeremy stage the scene to make it look like Verity died in her sleep. Loan is torn by guilt and the terror of what they have done but decides to keep the secret to protect Jeremy and their future together. As they try to come to terms with the reality of their actions, both must live with the weight of their deed and the secret they share. After Verity's death, Loan discovers another letter written by Verity, in which she denies all the confessions in the manuscript, claiming they were writing exercises to create a villainous character. Verity asserts that her daughter's death was an accident and that Jeremy had tried to kill her, making her death appear accidental. The book concludes with Loan and Jeremy starting a new life together, but Loan chooses to hide the truth about the letter she found from Jeremy, leaving the reader in a state of uncertainty about what really happened and who Verity truly is.